Welcome back, everybody, to the forum. I am Matt, of course, with Tony, and I just got done talking about Nerd Shoe's brother Juanja, how he stole his account, or he sold his account and then stole it back a few months later, and now he's best buddies with Structo again, and soon him, Nokaru, and Carrie, these four become best buds, and you know that's going to lead to disaster. But now, another wonderful human being by the name of Thiakar becomes part of their circle, as well as Tierras shortly after. The devious nature of Structo and Juanja begins to rub off on Nokaru and Carrie, which then starts to change their attitudes and raids. During this time, Vox is quite tired of ICC and bored with the current flow of the game. Around this point in the guild's life, Juanja realizes that he really truly despises a player named Ohnoes. That's O-H-N-O-E-S. I don't know why he hates him, but he'll see. Or we will see. He notices that whenever Carrie and himself are then trying to have a conversation, Ohnoes is often taking it upon himself to come into the channel and move his retard friends in with him, and they talk aimlessly about stupid shit. So regardless of the fact that Carrie and Juanja would be trying to focus on things in the game, over time, Juanja makes the others realize how much of a faggot this guy really is, and their views become quite twisted of not only Ohnoes, but other people in the guild. So there's gossip and guild drama going on like crazy right now. So disillusioned by how boring and meaningless the lives of his members were, Nokaru even at one point came to compare them to mindless drones that were there to do nothing but his bidding. So anyway, Ohnoes was a problem. He had a terrible ego, and his antics with his e-girl, Effie, only caused headaches for Rack and Carrie. Juanja worked his magic to come with an unbeatable group plan, which they decided to give a name, Shadow Stomp Beast Cleave. Yeah, that's a cool name. Shadow Stomp Beast Cleave. Through Shadow Stomp Beast Cleave, the guys created a persona named Supreme BLT. This is not a real person. Or actually it is, but it's all of them. So they created a character, and he was leveled from 1 with the sole purpose of fucking up Ohnoes' GDKP runs, where he tried to get Shadowborn on his ult. The guys did not want this to happen, so their attitudes were truly sickening and repulsive. Not only did this guy expect people to come to his runs with little to no reward gained for themselves, but he also expected people to come to a Yogg 0 just so he could have the Mimiron head. Thanks
Who's
to
gonna do that? I'll take Mimiron's head for myself in a freaking heartbeat. I ain't letting nobody else get that shit. I mean, you're gonna roll on it, of course, but I ain't going to help nobody else get it. I think I'm gonna at least get my chance at it.
So thanks to Juanja's heroic deeds, he tricked Lamisa into joining a raid group with him. And she was part of the group that cleared up to Yogg for Ohnoes earlier in the week and disabled all of the keepers. Oh, that's so shitty.
What a bitch.
Yeah, oh, that's so lame, dude. So he talked to Hodir, Freya, Mimiron, and, help me out here. Hodir, Freya, Mimiron.
It's that lightning guy.
Thorim, thank you.
Thorim, that's right.
So he sends them down to the room. So now he can't do his Yogg run. So that was a good plan. But so thanks to that, Ohnoes was heartbroken and had to resort to paying the guild to clear it all again so he could have the head. The event would hold much significance for Shadow Stomp Beastly because it inspired them to take advantage of the how to turn off the Ice Crown buff. You know what I'm talking about? Where you talk to, if you're Horde, it's Garrosh. If you're Alliance, I don't know what it is. It's Muradin. And it's the stacking buff, and if you talk to him and say, yo, get the fuck out of ICC, the buff goes away. So, long story short, they griefed Ohnoes for months, causing him to freak out, which eventually led to him leaving the guild. So, Ohnoes eventually leave the guild, and he rejoined, begging to be an officer again. Ohnoes was taught a lesson and was reshaped into an actual human being. That's right, the very leadership of the guild was responsible for a month-long griefing effort simply because a guy annoyed a dude on vent. Very sad. Now to the demise of Vox. Shadow Stomp Beast Cleave was a fun group of best friends. They were all very close, and Juanja, being as a turbo nerd as he is, managed to let the pathetic hands of the e-girl get to him, and he began spending less time with his real friends and more time in private channels with some retard girl. Little did he know that Nakaru had the same interest in the girl. Of course, slowly a rift was forming between them, and this ridiculous girl from Canada that neither of them would ever see was caught in the middle of these two best friends. They started to drift apart. Juan just stopped playing the game altogether. Eventually, after Nakaru was pushing his influence on the girl stronger and stronger, the girl told Rack that she wanted to be with Juanja and not him. Upset with the rejection and looking for the closest source of attention, Rack quickly approves of Pheromone's application, much to Carrie's dismay. Time passes, and Juanja eventually comes to his senses and realizes he's being a total moron with the e-girl, kicks her to the e-curb, and tries to patch up his relationship with his two friends. So, if you want the TLDR, the too long didn't read, Koopa was the real reason for the death of Deuce Vox. If Koopa had never left Elitist Jerks, Juanja would never have joined Overrated, then eventually come to Laughing Skull to corrupt Rack, then meet an e-girl that Rack would fall in love with, reject him, and cause him to accept Pheromone into the guild. By the way, this e-girl that Rack likes is not Ruth. They're different people. So if that hadn't happened, that chain of events wouldn't have led Rack to accept Ruth into the guild. Deuce Vox probably would have defeated all her.
I want to meet this Ruth, and I want to see her, because 9 times out of 10, these e-whores are either whores in real life or fat bitches in real life. So I want to see this bitch.
So unfortunately for them, these guys, Shadow Stomp, Beast Cleave, their job was to destroy guilds, and they did a damn fine job at it.
I have 2 good stories. Let's tell on the video, because one of them is
7 minutes and 7 seconds.
Okay, I can do that. There's one time in my old guild, on my old server, on Whisperwind, there's a little guild by the name of Eyes of Azeroth. Really gay name, I know. I was in it just because of friends. And I'm PvPing in South Shore one day, and out of nowhere comes this blood-up paladin female horse, and at the unlikely event, yes, it actually is a girl in real life. And as it would turn out, through all of what happened, me and her just becoming friends through PvP in South Shore, she left her guild and joined my guild. I didn't ask for her to come, but she asked. And I was like, sure, whatever, fine. And then she soon befriends my guild leader, Mike. Alright? And I can't remember the paladin's name 100% because I didn't really talk to her much after she met Mike. I think it was like Bethany or something. We're close to that. And she was from Australia. And Mike was from America. And so they tried going out over WoW, which is, fine. If you can make that work, fine. Do what you want. Dating over the internet happens all the time. WoW should be no different. Here's the difference. When one lives in Australia, one lives in America, and you two are nothing alike, and you guys have only known each other for maybe a week, that's not going to work. And so Mike became madly obsessed with her. He was like, he texted her every 5 minutes. He messaged her every time. Every chat channel she was in, he was in. Every vent channel. Got her Skype, got her Facebook, her MySpace, her Gazenga, her My Yearbook. Everything in the world became madly internet obsessed with her. And eventually, Bethany, or whatever her name was, cheated on Mike. Cheated. I'm doing this in quotations. It's not really cheating if you guys have never met in person. So Mike, of course, gets extremely upset, kicks like 10 people out of the guild, including me. And eventually I tell Mike, well, I don't know why you kicked me. I am your best tank in the guild, and it's nothing. I had nothing to do with it. I mean, you're the one that actually invited her. I didn't even want her to come because my first impression of her was that she was kind of a whore because she was flirting with everybody in my group when we were PvPing in South Shore. So I didn't really much care for her in the first place. So that Mike he just completely fucking destroyed the guild, and then he would later actually reform the guild and call it enslavement. And there's a reason why it's called enslavement. the guy is mega racist, like skinhead.
Oh, you told me about that. It was a total Nazi.
Yeah. Like literally, if he's not in the KKK, he got exiled from it or something. I don't know. The guy is mega fucking racist. So he didn't go into enslavement. As a slam to black people. Not kidding. That actually happened. Then another thing that happened. Well, after Mike formed the new guild, Bethany made a new character and started flirting with Mike again to get back on his good side. Got up to an officer ranking in the guild, and eventually became the new guild master when Mike said, I actually don't want to be a guild master anymore. And after all that happened, Bethany, to this day, he does not know that's Bethany running his guild.
Really?
Yes. And
Wow.
she has been the guild master for, as far as I know, I believe she was made the guild master 2 months before I left the server. I was already out of the guild for about a year before that happened. I hadn't been in the guild for a while. I was actually in a guild called EOTW, which stood for End of the World Gaming, and I was in EOTW when I transferred over to this server.
BlackRock.
So, what?
Yeah, BlackRock is where we play now.
Yeah.
So the bottom line of the story is that women who are on the internet, who you don't know, and you know that you're not gonna ever meet, fucking stay away, because they're gonna fuck your guild up. Deuce box.
Especially if you live on different continents of the world. Come on.
The other side of the world. I mean.
Yeah.
Deuce Box is a. Oh yeah, they're a U.S. guild. I was gonna
Yeah.
say I thought they were in Europe for some reason for a second there, but okay. So Deuce Box, one of the best guilds ever, is gone, mainly because of this e-horde and jealousy over the internet. Come on, people, you can do better than that. Anyway, what the fuck is the last thing I have to say? Please subscribe, and we will see you next time.